God damn it, dudes.
Couldn't get a job, so I started one. Gotta go hard, it's all or none. Newsflash, no guarantee, tomorrow gon' come. How they came a long way, where I fallen from is a place called misery, where happiness hardly comes. City of betrayal, in a town called Bluffington. But I never bluff myself. If it's me against the world, I'm putting money on myself. And why? Cause it only makes sense. Don't talk to broke-minded people, it don't make sense. Conversation with Satan, then all I did was sin. Now was conversation with ballers, now all I do is win. Tailor-made suits, meeting with millionaires. Said success is right around the corner, give it a year. But this ain't luck, just dedication and tears. Time to step it up, I got mentally prepared. Be careful who got your ear, cause that's who holds your future. Opportunity is presented, you just gotta choose. We making history now, never stop our movement. We shall overcome, word of Martin Luther. Well, I got a dream too, and I got a team too. Understand what goals in the plan will really bring you. Haters and impersonators, yeah, they be the main two. Never knew what real was till fate came through. Shout out to Killer, what up the tip? To them boys we ain't scared, no not a little bit. They never make the cut, they only ride the bench. Why would a pup pick a fight with a circle full of bits? Me and my chick like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Presidential like Obama, Bonnie and Clyde mix. I like things consistent, so keep the guessing. Made a couple thousand strong off my first investment. About to choke up the world, better get your beverage. Work smarter and I harder, see I'm in the leverage. What up the senior? Shout out to leader. Used to punish me, made me study the encyclopedia. Said express yourself, cause God love leaders. So blame them for the ether that's coming out your speakers. From a student to a teacher, I was taught to keep it honest so everything is even. Grown man wants a heathen, gotta walk in my purpose, I'm still here for a reason. Got my sports from my dad, smart from my mom. In a city full of hustlers, I was forced to grind. In a city full of leeches, a remorseful mind will make you miss money, so I ignore the time. First rule, make sure my daughter's fine. My life was like a movie, now recording I'm his due. They say my life like progressive, I need insurance. They say my life was digressing, I need endurance. Perfect preparation equals top tier performance. Project of God, battle tested, I've been ignoring it. When success is a track, everybody on it. Then doubt replace certainty, lead to that finger point. City of broken dreams, you prone to disappointment. Faces of failure around here seem like the norm.
Still dark when them shades come up. Still dark when them shades come up. Still dark when them shades come up. Still dark when them shades come up.
I got a lot of people that I wanna spend time with, but I ain't got time. Everybody wanna know where a nigga been, but I just been on my grind. A nigga tryna make a couple thousand by midnight, we resort to the crime. I don't give a fuck about how you really feel, so I got a new state of mind. I waste a lot of time being generous, the prey finna turn into the predators. In my own lane, I don't know no better, I ain't never really had no competitors. Anybody else is relevant, streetwise, but I'm intelligent. I got a lot of shit going on, so I gotta head a tree pre-roll for my medicine.
I got a lot of people that I wanna spend time with, but I ain't got time. Everybody wanna know where a nigga been, but I just been on my grind. A nigga tryna make a couple thousand by midnight, we resort to the crime. I don't give a fuck about how you really feel, so I got a new state of mind.
acting funny cause they see a nigga shining, even though they saw me grinding. They acting brand new, so I gotta remind them. Don't be mad at the time. Oh, now you out of place cause my aura too blinded. All I did was try to make a way like a lineman. Way too much estrogen up in the climate. Bring all the real niggas out from retirement. Only thing I came for was papyrus. Paper coming in when I close my eyelids. Always on point cause I'm close to violence. I don't even flinch when I hear the sirens. Why get a key when you can get an island? Down in the Bahamas where no one can find it. Peace to my family that's still in confinement. Know you not here but just know that I'm grinding.
I got a lot of people that I wanna spend time with, but I ain't got time. Everybody wanna know where a nigga been by. I just been on my grind. A nigga tryna make a couple thousand by midnight. We resort to the grind. I don't give a fuck about how you really feel, so I got a new state of mind.
Yeah, little nine for the young niggas. Back when the nigga had to come with it. Now you just throw a little swag on. Rough rider nigga, I'ma drag on. Old school Cadillac with the rag on. Take it off the lot, liable to leave the tag on. Cause I never had one. I'm about to put my city on the map. I was out Philly with the pack. Kept pounds in the 5-gallon paint bucket. Came a long way selling dimes on my cousin. Now we on track. Nigga facts. You can ask everybody I'm the hottest with the raps. Yeah, I want plaques, but I can't pull it back.
I got a lot of people that I wanna spend time with, but I ain't got time. Everybody wanna know where a nigga been by. I just been on my grind. A nigga tryna make a couple thousand by midnight. We resort to the grind. I don't give a fuck about how you
The most never get it confused. Two fox him like a sniper, so we never lose. While a mud feed on the prey and howl at the moon.
Look, all my niggas is solid. The flame high like stole fire out of the pilot. This that rap that make you go on the nigga wallet. They get a back of his head a hole like the nigga Wallace. Niggas only loud like the centerweed. Get these jokers what they owe like a centipede. We sending multiple shots like in centipede. Let them all drown. 10 toes down.
Wolves ain't nothing to fuck with for the record. Like-minded bosses I run with, please respect it. You really got a choice otherwise. You know the method. 10 plus mine equals weapon. Turn your segment into segments. Got me on my D9, I'm up, heavily invested. Safe been growing though 9 months. That bitch pregnant. Live from the bricks and the ghosts with some of the best live. Created generational wealth right off the left wrist.
Either swim with the sharks or get ate like some guppies. No strap, get your wing split. All up, little homie in the big league shooting. I call him Muggsy. Tear your wig off for some coochie. That nigga ugly. Hands like Al Bundy. Grams your mouth twitching. Bars you like spitting and scars you like getting. Been 10 toes down. You pussy just got a foot in. Niggas soft as gelatin. Turn they face in a pudding.
Still on 10, ain't gotta wonder where my dog's at. Don't activate the play, but wanna stop and go and pause that. Can't take this heat, I'm dishing out the kitchen, better fall back. Treat it like the boys in the hood without the ball back. Ankle full of misery, get broken with the ball back. Keep running your jibbers, fuck around and you can jaw jack. The mill with the city shit, ain't never need a hall pass. I've been on all 10, ain't have to wonder where my dog's at. I'm
10 toes down, solid. Deeper than the streets, deeper than the cobblestones buried underneath. My city break MCs get buried under beats. It's like my heart and Ice Cube. You can't ride along with me. Part 1 or 2, I'll part one of you in the 2. Make a duo, then I pop your fucking group like you can't handle the scandal of an ill city band. Shooting up your toes, make it sand.
Tussle if you want, used to hustle in the front. Been eating good for years, I doubled up my lunch. A sucker gon' get punched, in trouble if you want.
Hey yo, I call shotgun.
So put a muzzle on the pump. See no evil, don't look. Ain't a beat I won't cook. Keep it 10 toes down, but you could lose a whole foot. Looking at a veteran, you don't get a second chance. It's cannon attached to my right arm.
Still on 10, ain't gotta wonder where my dog's at. Don't activate the play, but wanna stop and go and pause that. Can't take this heat, I'm dishing out the kitchen, better fall back. Treat it like the boys in the hood without the ball back. Ankle full of misery, get broken with the ball back. Keep running your jibbers, fuck around and you can jaw jack. The mill with the city shit, ain't never need a hall pass. I've been on all 10, ain't have to wonder where my dog's at. I'm 10 toes down.
It's the NEMPATHY Show right here on NEMPATHYShow.com. I go by the name of Sonic Boone.
Sonic Boom!
Got the one and only Brian Be Known in the building.
Don't you know no good?
It's the NEMPATHY Show. What's good, homie?
I'm good, bro. How you feeling today, sir?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Had to put some new videos up in there.
All
Shout
right.
out to Deuce Wayne. Shout out to the homie Big Stump. Some new stuff in there, man. Like
my people say.
Yeah.
He probably sick of that.
Yeah, I like to show love to the people I know that are creatives, you know.
Mm-hmm. And people who actually show up for interviews. So big shout out to y'all.
Yeah, NEMPATHYShow.com. Make sure you follow us. If you're not watching us on Instagram, make sure you follow us at NEMPATHY Show. And make sure you go to the YouTube NEMPATHY Show, Facebook NEMPATHY Show. All the same thing on all the social media platforms. Yeah, man. So how's your weekend, brother?
It was long. It was long, but it wasn't long. I feel like I worked hard. Well, I did, which is weird because I do massage, so it's anti everything I do. He did like working hard. Like, nigga, I'm trying to. But today was chill though.
You ever feel like you transfer all your clients' stress to yourself?
Not really. Maybe. Okay, maybe a little. Because it's not like I'm taking on their stress, but like sometimes they so stressed they won't relax, and now I'm stressed because I'm trying to get them to relax. But I don't be like no energy transfer. Nah, you everything that you came in here with, you could take that with you. Leave it outside. Like don't take it home with you, but don't leave it in here.
Or outside.
Matter of fact, I had a funny story. I had a client last week, right? It wasn't a client. It was a guy. He came in to get a massage. He's a regular client for somebody else who works at the place that I work at. And he was like, "Oh man, I haven't been. She's the only person who I've gotten a massage from the last 2 years. So this almost feels like I'm cheating on my wife." I'm like, I mean, weird, but okay. So you get on the table. He's still ranting and raving about this woman. Now I ain't gonna hold you. She good. She real good. She one of my favorites. I've been on the table too. I get why he's ecstatic about her, but also it's a little disrespectful to be talking about somebody like that while another person who does what they do is about to work on you. But okay, cool. Then he says, "Does she teach y'all how to massage? Huh?
Dang.
Like, do she teach y'all classes? I haven't even touched this man yet." I was like, "Nah, she don't teach no classes." "Oh, y'all should look into that. Y'all should let her teach." "Sir, you don't even know what I can do. You're already telling me I need to take her class."
Probably apprehensive about having some dude.
I do the massage.
You put all the lube on.
It is lotion. Okay. I do the massage. This man walk out. I can tell top 5 massages, and I'm not 5. I'm not. He was straight. I could tell he kind of wanted to switch from her to me, but he been with her for so long. Like, oh well, I guess now I know if Teresa isn't available, who I can go to. Yeah, nigga. I do this. I got hands, bruh. Not just for fighting.
That's what's up, man. Putting your best foot forward, your best hand forward.
You know what? I need to talk to people who know me personally. Because I've had this thought. I don't know how true it is, though. I might be as good at massage as I am funny.
Wow.
I'm gonna do a survey. I'm gonna check with the people and I'm gonna find that out. But I think I might be. I know that sometimes it might be hard for people to come get a massage from me because I'm so funny and they don't think I do this seriously. But I really do this. I spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every year towards my education and growth in this business. I do this.
J3Z checking in on YouTube. Oh, he said you put the elbow grease on.
Lotion. Well, technically, I use a cream, but whatever.
Wow. Yo, shout out to Pastor C. Maurice Ball and Ace Almighty checking in on IG at NEMPATHY Show.
Good people, good people.
Shout out to my people checking in on Twitch and Twitter. We out here. Yo, I got some icebreakers. Go ahead, get this show on the road. You know. Homie J3 say. Yo, so if you at the basketball game with your girl and LeBron catch an inbound pass or, ball go out of bounds and stuff like that, how you feel about your girl looking like that?
I mean, he looking like that. Like they both sitting there looking at that man like that.
And they're both enamored with him.
Yeah. I mean, this is the best person to ever step on the NBA court. So, and he's in this last year. You real life might not get this chance again. You gotta,
Yeah, you remember Beyonce had a joint like that. Her and Jay-Z was sitting courtside, and she was like she was fold, man. She was just her. Like looking like the new Hillary Banks.
She might, and that nigga Jay-Z was 9. That nigga like, what are you doing on this man's face? But I mean, that's different because Jay-Z is arguably the LeBron James of rap. So it's like, nigga, you got a one in the house already. I don't know what you need 2 for.
Back.
All in that man's face.
Now check this out. We got more icebreakers. You see that Soulja Boy? Soulja Boy, man, he having his first child, Sound like you look like you hating, man. You don't the look on your face. You don't want Soulja Boy to have his own little Soulja Boy.
No. I didn't realize this was his first child.
Yeah, man, it's his first one. Having a boy, apparently. They had the gender reveal. He slammed something down on the ground with a J in his hand. Bunch of blue stuff came out. Also, guess it's a boy.
Why do all these interesting women look the same? All the women that they date look the same. Like the same.
I think like they go to have like some type of talent agency or scouting agency for these women. Like, yeah, if you want to be seen on the scene, this is what you should choose from.
Yeah. This skin color, this body type, this plastic surgery, this hairstyle, these baby hair, all that. Like, it's all the same.
Right. The algorithm is kind to this phenotype.
I'm tired of looking at them.
Now, one more icebreaker. Imagine you out at the club, you just chilling with your homies, right? You just chilling with your homies. You ain't talking to no girls, man. You just trying to let off some steam, right? And there's a girl in there setting up all the men in there. Yeah, man. St. Patrick's Day, kiss me on my wrist type stuff. So basically, she's out there. There's a bunch of people with white tees on and light colored shirts on. And she got this red lipstick and she's kissing on their shirts and stuff, unbeknownst to them. So when they go home, their girl is going to be like, yo, what's all these kiss marks all over you? These lip marks all over you.
See, this is the problem that we have with society. This woman is sexually assaulting men, and it's funny. She's running around just kissing on these men. They not giving consent. Her mouth all on these men. Now let's say it was the other way around. I don't know what the male equivalent is. Maybe he got his cologne, like he's spraying some man cologne on the back of these women. It'd have been a whole hubbub.
A hubbub.
You did. Why are these men doing this in these relationships? You don't even know these people in relationships. Why he ruining their clothes? She not ruining their clothes? Yeah, lipstick don't be coming out like that. Y'all know, y'all be wearing it.
Facts. And you know, that would be an assault. That would be assault.
That's absolutely assault. And she's not cute.
That's the deciding factor, huh?
No, that's not. No, she could have been the baddest joint in the world. Don't be putting your mouth on me. You got it. Nah, we got to draw a line with these women, bro, because they think it's cool. Matter of fact, the video you posted, we were talking about earlier with some random skit dude sitting down at the table and his girl walking. All right, time for you to go upstairs, take a shower, so you can give me some cunnilingus. We on air. And we can get in the bed. He was like, I don't want to do that. And she slapped him and said, I ain't trying to hear that. You gonna cut this lingus.
Wow.
Now, if that video was in reverse and she was sitting down minding her business and her man walked in and said, you need to get upstairs and take the shower so you can fellatiate. And she was like, I don't want to fellatiate. And he slaps her and says, ain't nobody asked you that. Now get upstairs and take the shower so you can fellatiate. The internet would be on fire. It is completely okay to assault and sexually assault men, and we just gotta deal with it. If a nigga raised his voice at some of y'all, oh, I can't believe he hates black women. Man, I hate you. Now what?
Yeah, that's crazy. Man.
We gotta start pressing charges.
The double standards out here. But you know, you don't make us look good when you say, and she ugly. Right? Because we'll be as superficial as them because we know how it is with them. Right?
But no, they picked the ugly one to do this.
Right.
It's the reason
You
why
think so?
she did this. Yes. Because they know they can turn around and like, oh, it's funny. If she was attractive and she got caught kissing them, they would try to pursue her. It's the ugly one is safe. The ugly one, clearly it's a joke, because clearly I wouldn't let you kiss me for real. But the attractive one, do you want to kiss more? They not slick.
Facts. Man. Just be careful out here. I don't have a little one yet, little man's, but I don't know what he's gonna have to deal with in the future when he's out here dating.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell him how to be. I could tell him what he's supposed to do. But it's just like driving, you're supposed to drive defensively.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Word.
Yeah, keep them jokes to myself.
Yo, shout out to everybody checking in on IG, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Man, NEMPATHYShow.com. Gonna have to come up with like a mailing list. Oh, yo, and make sure you join the Facebook group on, for NEMPATHY. It's a little extra content in there, a little extra conversation, a little extraordinary. People be in there trying to defend why they think LeBron is the greatest, all that kind of shit.
I mean, the numbers prove it.
Boy. Yo, choose one. Listen. One of these shows gotta go. Talk to me, man. Of course, you got Martin right here in the top left corner. Top right corner, you got Living. Yo, the bottom right, you got In Living Color. And on the bottom left, you got New York Undercover. And it was more undercover than we knew at the time.
That was good. I was trying to figure out what joke I was going to work into this segment, but you did it for me. I feel like it's unfair for people to constantly include Martin in these debates because
nobody's getting rid of Martin.
Nobody's getting rid of Martin. So Martin stays, right? In Living Color, was completely ripped off by Friends. And because of the success of Friends, and knowing that should have been the success of Living Single, I got to keep that. So it's down to New York Undercover and Living Single. And because of the road that this show paved, I gotta keep Living Single and get rid of New York Undercover. Living Single has created, I'm not Living Single, In Living Color has created tons of comedians. I think almost everybody in that picture had their own show and or movie series.
On In Living Color?
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, Keenan don't count. Keenan, he had his own. Keenan had a late night talk show.
Yeah.
Right. We know David Allen Greer. David Allen Greer been on a lot of stuff. Right. The brother Damon Wayans had his own show with Gina. Jim Carrey, he come on. He was James Carrey then.
Right.
Yo, Tommy Davidson, that's one of the funniest stand-up comedians I've ever seen.
Like he's still killing the stage.
Right. And the sister, Kim,
she didn't have her own show, but she had a solid stint on In the House.
She definitely was. In the House was like her most relaxed role. Like any other time she's like crazy.
Right.
No. But and Living this so Living Single came out of this.
Right. You gonna cut Living Single?
No, I'm saying and Living Single came out of In Living Color. With Kim right there down at the bottom.
Yeah. That Kim.
Yeah. But New York Undercover, I liked it when it was out.
Yeah, but
until when Lopez died, I didn't like it anymore.
Yeah.
Remember they had that white dude on there?
Well, they got him out of there quick.
With a goatee?
It was the whole thing, because it was the four of them. It was like, two are going to die. Which two?
Yeah, which two? Like, two got to go.
I was like, who y'all killing off? I was like, the white man's out of here. I knew the white man was out of here. I was like, they just hired him to fire him?
Yo, choose one. Pick a mask and get their powers, right? So you got Wolverine, Spider-Man, Spawn, Flash, The Mask, Jason, Iron Man, Darth Vader, and the Green Ranger. He started green, right? And then he went white.
This is difficult. God, all right, let me think. As a person, what am I trying to do with the rest of my life? Because Spawn, technically, that man died, and he's a spawn of hell. That's why they call him that. Same with Jason. I'm not trying to live those two lives, so that's out of here. I'm looking at The Mask because the movie was cheesy, but if you read the comic books, like he had a ton of powers, but it was also out of control. So I might cut The Mask too. Darth Vader, it's cool powers, but I don't know. Spider-Man solid. Spider-Man got the powers. He's strong.
But he be getting his ass kicked.
That's because he's nice. He's your friendly neighborhood spider. So he be trying not to crush his opponents. Because more often than not, they're physically not as strong as he is. So he really stretch one of them. He can kill him. Iron Man. Do I get the money with Iron Man stuff? Because if you don't have the money, Iron Man is more of a hassle than anything.
I gotta be Wolverine in this.
I'm not mad at that decision. That's a solid decision. Also, side note, remember the cartoon from the 90s?
Wolverine, yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
Comic, yeah.
Definitely.
Apparently they're trying to make new episodes for that.
Of that one.
Yeah.
That was the one.
Yeah.
Jubilee, nigga.
That nigga was not playing a flute, Jay. He was playing a dragon dagger, which helped him control a Godzilla. So there.
Yeah, he was playing the flute.
He was not playing the flute.
That little Pied Piper.
It's a dragon dagger that he played like a flute, but sounded like a synthesizer.
Shout out to Carlisha checking in
Carlisha.
on Facebook. NEMPATHY Show page on Facebook. Yo, she said Iron Man. She had to pick one of these people, take their mask, and their powers will be Iron Man.
But Carlisha's reason I want to take it off and be normal. I mean, that's for everybody else. Kinda.
Yo, shout out to Tavia Memories on Twitch. Said the mask is off the table immediately. You aren't in control of that power. It does what it wants.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's like what's the bad Spider-Man? Venom?
Venom, yeah. Yeah, they just be doing what they want. Can't have that.
Word. Let me go. Let's go one more. Choose one. Let's see what we got right here. Yo, you can only pick one. 850 credit score, $2 million in cash, or $4,000 a week for the rest of your life.
This is good. This is adult talk right here. First one to scratch. What I need 850 credit score for if I'm getting this type of money? Forget that. Now, $2 million in cash and the fourth, so I crunched the numbers. $4,000 a week comes out to $208,000 a year. So it'll take you about 10 years to make $2 million instead of getting the $2 million up front.
Up front, right?
Of course, people will get, I want the $2 million. Because the thing about the $2 million is it's just $2 million. You blow that $2 million, that's it. You back to square one versus the 4,000. You can, like, even if you wanted the 850, it's still, I feel like it makes better sense to take the 4,000 because you can use that $4,000 a week to fix your credit score. So you would end up with an 850 anyway. And also, what type of life you trying to live? You know what I'm saying? Western society has poisoned our minds to make us think that we need all these things that we don't need. Well, if you make $4,000 a week, you can live off that for the rest of your life and not work.
So Carlisha said $4,000 a week and build B credit and save and build B credit. Build B credit. Yo, all right, so J3Z says $2 million, cuz. So what was your final answer?
I'm gonna go with the 4,000.
Okay. So he said 4,000. I think I'm gonna take the 2 million, right? Because I could, if I just for basic numbers' sake, if I could put that in some type of interest bearing account at 2 million, you know what I'm saying? 2 million at 5%. That's $100,000 a year.
Okay.
I'm living off $100,000 a year. If I was 10, it was 10%. It's $200,000 a year. So my same 2 million stays in that account, and I'm living off of it from 5 to 10%. Okay, so say it's 10%. That's 2,000. Oh shit. Wait, man. That's 200,000 a year.
Yeah, at 10%.
But 4,000 a week for 52 weeks is 208,000.
208, yeah.
Damn.
I mean, at this point, what's 8,000? If you know what I'm saying?
Give or take about the same shit. You know what I mean? If you can't manage, you say you can't manage 2K, you can't manage 4K, says J3Z.
I'm not looking to
He said he gonna put,
I'm looking to spend. That's why I don't want the 2 million.
He gonna put 2 million in Shiba Inu. I don't know if I do that.
Who? Is that a ninja? Who's that?
Said where y'all getting that return rate? Let's see. High interest.
That's the other thing. I don't know where none of these accounts and stuff be at. That's my man. Just give me my little 4K and I figure the rest out.
I think, you know, if you can find a place that if you putting up a million or 2 million at a time, then you're in a different bracket of accounts. You know what I'm saying? That you can have access to.
Yeah, you get to sit down at the desk when you walk in the bank. You don't go up to the window.
But you know, I take that 4,000. Okay, Jay Julian was. Oh man! As soon as I, was about to bring him in, Jay Julian. You know what I mean? Facebook user says real estate. Now, Facebook user, what is your name, man?
I was thinking about real estate. My only thing with the real estate is, like I said, if you blow the 2 mil, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? If something happened to your property, like that's like your 2 mil up in smoke. Versus the 400K, no matter what I do, that 400K going to hit every Friday. So even if I save it to make a real estate investment and blow it, I can still save some more, or I can just wash my hands with the real estate and be done with it and figure out something else I can do with my life.
Jay Julian was good.
What's up?
Yeah, man. Would you take 4K a month for the rest of your life? $2 million in cash? It's 4K a week for the rest of your life, or 2 million upfront in cash, or 850 credit score.
Probably the 2 million cash.
Why would you take that?
Cause of inflation, I can get ahead of that. You know what I'm saying? I can make the investments that I want. That 4K a month, a year from now, 5 years from now, ain't gonna be worth how much it's worth today. So I would do, the 2 million cash and make my investments, flip that, whatever, and just continue to build from there.
Facts. Real estate is definitely long term, says Facebook user.
Most definitely.
Tavia Memory said, brother, I promise you are wasting that money. If you had any plans on making profitable investments, you'd have already done it.
That's the other reason why I ain't want the 2 mil, Tavia, because what I'm going to do with this, give me this 4K slowly, and I can figure out the rest of my life.
I already got investments.
See, you got it. You got it.
You talking about extra money.
Yeah, true.
This is extra money that I can make my investments with.
Yo, Doug Bennett in the building.
What's up, family? What's up?
All right. He be so proud of his jacket when
well, I tell you what, boy. I tell for Lord, this is this is straight up alpaca. You block that shit. You understand that? You block that shit.
Yo, would you take 2 million in cash, or 4K a week for the rest of your life, or an 850 credit score, Doug?
Wow. Y'all really coming with some stuff.
Straight with it, right?
2 million up front. 4K a week, or 8. Give me that 2 mil up front. Give me that 2 mil up front.
You want the 2 mil up front?
Give me that 2 mil up front. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because, and the reason why, and the funny thing about it is, I'm real big against instant gratification. I would rather have prolonged satisfaction. The only difference is 2 mil a year, 2 mil up front. At least I get the money in my hands and I can plan out with it, because it's easier to plan out with it when you already got all of it. That 4K a week, there ain't no guarantee that I'm gonna even live those 7 damn days. So how am I going? You know what I'm saying? There ain't no guarantee I'm gonna live those 7 damn days. So my thing is, if I get
Ain't
that
no guarantee you gonna get the paperwork off with the $2 million.
Well, I will put it to you like this: at least with the $2 million, I could hire somebody that's going to be able.
Like
because are we talking about the 4K is only to me, or can I will it forward?
No, it's just
nah.
Yeah. See, with the $2 million, at least I can hire somebody that'll be able to handle the $2 million for me.
I'm not hiring nobody. That's
of course you would. Of course you would. Brian don't be knowing shit.
That's why I said 4K.
Yo, Tavia said, first of all, Tavia is a hater, and she says that, that what if the guy you hire dies? By the same logic, that is not a safe option.
You know what? Speaking of the guy that dies, that was part of Steve Harvey's Earn Your Leisure thing.
Tavia.
Hold on, wait. Before you go, Doug. Tavia, thank you for tuning in. We haven't had a lot of play on the Twitch lately. Thank you for and you're commenting. You're doing phenomenal. Thank you. Doug, go ahead.
No, she's not doing phenomenal. No, she's not. Let's just go ahead and put this out here. She must be a woman, because only a woman would come with something that asinine. Because no matter what it is you say, a woman will always find a way to negate that dumb shit. She always will. I want 4K. No. This is how she would say it. I want 4K weekly. Well, who's to say you gonna live week to week? You never know. A black man is the most hunted man in America. Okay, I want $2 million up front. $2 million up front. You greedy. Patience, slow and steady wins the race. You be like, okay, I want an 850 credit score. Why? You ain't gonna spend it on a wedding ring. All you wanna do is spend it on yourself. 850 for a credit score. Are you gonna help me buy a house? It's like, bitch, shut up. Shut up.
Tavia didn't say any of these things. She's been talking about it this whole time.
She has a lot to say, though. Does have a lot to say.
Because no matter what it is you say, she gonna find a problem. See, literally.
You literally just said, what if I die in 7 days? My guy, what if your accountant manager died? It is the exact same thing. Your plan is extremely flawed by your own argument against the 4K. This person chose damage.
I'm gonna tell you right now, she's got to be single. She's got to be single, or she's married, or she's got to be single, or her husband has got to be dead.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? How do we get here? We talk about money.
She's got to be single. She's got to be single, or her husband is deaf.
You got to stop doing that. Yeah.
Because there's no way a man could tolerate that mouth and that flawed logic of her. She's ridiculous.
How? She said what you said. She's ridiculous.
The type of person that says, why get a spare tire? Because by that logic, that spare tire could get flat too.
No, she said, why get one versus getting a fix a flat or whatever.
Yeah, you see, thank you.
Because it feel like you moving the goalpost, but you know.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna let you.
I'm moving the goalpost.
Make sure you check us out Saturdays on Spinwax Radio, the audio version. Go ahead and download that in your Apple Store or your Google Play. Spinwax Radio, NEMPATHY Show. Let's get it.
I'm moving the goalpost.
Moving the goalpost.
I'm moving the goalpost. She sounds like
about.
Why do we need to flip a coin for sudden death overtime?
What do their marital status have to do with
Why
anything?
we need to flip a coin for sudden death overtime? Somebody gonna have to lose. Like, shut up.
Yo, now our first topic of tonight, I just want to shout out some of the men who have paved the way in regards to equality, not in marriage, but in divorce. Okay. Halle Berry had to give up $16K per month.
That's $4K a week.
Wow, that's $4K a week, right? Halle Berry had to give up $16 per month, right? You got that's Kelly Clarkson, right? She gave up $115K per month to her ex-husband, man.
You been gone. I can't breathe for the first time. $115K a month.
Look at Britney Spears.
Damn.
That is not Britney.
I mean, not Britney Spears.
That is not
help me out,
Britney
brother.
Spears. That's
Help
the
me out,
chick
brother.
from Scary Movie.
Yeah,
Scary Movie, yeah.
I don't know what her name is. That's just what you know.
Yeah, that's Anna Faris. That's Anna Faris.
Anna Faris.
Anna Faris. Okay. She gave up $900K. I didn't know she was doing it like that.
I mean, Scary Movie.
Yeah, like I know Scary Movie is popular, but it ain't on that level, is it?
I mean, but you gotta remember, it got bought out after number 2. That's why it started getting so bad. 3 and 4 and 5 and whatever.
True.
Mary J. Blige.
Not my baby. Not my
Giving
baby.
Giving up $330K per month to Kendu.
Yeah, can do.
Bank account's going down because 30,000 ain't around, baby.
I can't. You know, I'm trying to think, how petty would I be if I was making that much money and I had to pay that out in alimony? I feel like I would quit. Like whatever I'm doing, I'm quitting. I'm quitting. I ain't making no more money.
And pennies.
I'd give it that shit to them in pennies. I'd have a
Loose
Brinks truck
pennies.
back up to their house with 30,000 in pennies.
Loose pennies. Count them out.
Look at Madonna.
96 mil?
That can't be a month. That has to be.
Nah, ain't a month. That's a total.
96. You know what? I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be straight up real with you, man. And this is a unilateral diss. This is a unisex diss. How dare you work that hard to believe in fucking love? How dare you work that hard to like? Are you serious right now?
You got to see somebody about that, yeah.
Come on, Jay. You gotta help out Doug, man. We've been learning more and more about Doug.
Jay,
of people.
I get it. Listen. I see him. He want to be. He coming on here looking like a prophetic Roy Ross. I get it. But what I'm asking you right now is this: are you seriously gonna tell me that you work that hard to amass that type of wealth to believe in love?
Or you work that hard to amass that amount of money to let your marriage go down the toilet?
If you didn't believe in love, in the first place, no, you're not about to flip this around. You're not about to flip this around.
Yes.
You are Madonna. You are Madonna. Material girl. Vogue. All of that. Don't cry for me, Argentina. This bitch made a song about a country. Okay. You're Madonna. You're gonna believe in love after you made all that money, like Dr. Dre. You believe in love? Love?
You got it.
Thank you.
Not about you, nigga, not them.
No, Jay said no. Jay said no.
Man.
No, I'm saying they don't believe in love. They believe in the business of relationships, which is why they have to part with that money.
Because love will keep us together.
Love is going to keep
you can be
us
as
together.
deep as science all you want to. Listen, I'm not, nigga, she was not in there. She didn't say, hey, Snoop, say 1 to 2 to the 3 and to the 4. She didn't say none of that shit.
So,
and she walked away with $100 million.
Well, she's still trying to fight to get it right now. My man ain't paying the scheduled payments.
Man, y'all can kiss listen to me. When I make it big, you can kiss my ass. Love. Shoot, I would rather pay a high price hooker nightly and keep her on retainer than to bring a woman into my life for her to leave me to take half my shit.
Question.
I don't think that's wise either. Bro.
Yeah. Hey.
Who cares?
Hey.
Wouldn't advise that.
B, how much does marriage counseling cost a month? I'm sure it's cheaper than $16K
$4K a week.
It's
yeah,
a lot
pretty
cheaper
much.
Than that.
It ain't $16K a month.
Credit score.
Yo, for those that level of marriage, you paying for them to be quiet about things.
Pretty much. Ain't no marriage counseling gonna help, bro.
Pay for that, nigga. That's what lawyers are for. I'll sue you. They
No,
know what it is, and they know I can afford a lawyer, so they better keep that mouth shut.
Man,
That's
for
what
$96 million, hey, for $96 million, word up, I may have to hire a hitman. I'm gonna have to kill somebody, bro.
She made it back.
Somebody
I
gonna
don't
accidentally
care. You're
get
still
hit by a
96.
You gotta
You're still
kill
$96 million poorer than you ever were.
You gotta kill yourself. See, your ego will take over, and that will really be the end of a lot of relationships. That's what irreconcilable differences is. You can't check that ego, or they can't check that ego, and now your marriage has fallen apart. And 10, 20 years from now,
irreconcilable difference is a way out.
You're gonna look at your marriage and say, "Man, if I just woulda."
Irreconcilable differences is like I can't put my finger on it, but I just want to get divorced.
Yeah, basically.
Knowing you talk like a fucking mint condition song. Let me ask you a question, bro.
Mint condition was.
Hold up. Tavia says you're in the absolute denial that genuine care exists. Who hurt you, Doug?
Thank you, Tavia.
Heifers like Tavia.
My
question is this:
and make sure you're okay.
Try to help you,
Tavia.
Why don't you ask, you the irreconcilable difference,
Tavia? Why don't you ask some of your exes?
And you gonna talk to her all wild and crazy?
Hey, Tavia, memories. Why don't you ask some of your exes about their memories about you, and then maybe you can answer that question.
This is feeling like sign language.
Oh yeah,
wow.
Like you hurling, hurling insults, and she ain't did nothing to you.
Oh yes, she did. She spoke. Nobody gave her permission to speak.
We absolutely
in the comment section.
$4,000 a week. I'd pay her $1,000 to shut the hell up.
But she cares about you, Doug, and that's worth so much more than $1,000 a week.
Well, you know what? Her last name is Memories, right? The only way I can have memories is she shut up right now. So
That's
try
not
shutting
true.
up right now so I can develop some memories of you, Tavia.
The more
How about
talking
that?
is more memories, though. Like she stops talking.
Oh,
this is
screw
all
her
memories.
and screw you.
Now, men are typically seen. They're not seen in a positive light if they're on the receiving end of marital funds. Why is that?
Because men aren't seen in a positive light, period.
Because haters going to hate.
We're not seen in a positive light, even if we're the ones who are paying the alimony.
You know, did y'all see that video of Mary J. Blige smacking Kendu in the face?
Mm-hmm. Hit that man with the Kendu stick.
Really?
Yeah. It
Mary
was in a club
J.
or something.
Violent. Don't y'all talk about my baby.
No.
Like that.
All jokes
man.
aside, it was like
no.
They were at some event.
I'm not gonna let y'all talk about my baby like that. I love Mary J.
First of all,
y'all ain't gonna talk about her like
50.
that.
She's nobody's baby. That is. It's not a baby.
I know. She looked like the sexiest disco ball ever at that damn Super Bowl. Did you see her?
Oh,
she looked good.
She looked like a sexy ass disco ball.
She don't need your hateration.
That's what she told Kendu. He's
Listen,
like, I need that money.
I'm pro man, but Kendu must have did something for my baby.
Hey, yo, shut up, shut up, Doug.
What did Ken do?
He did something. What did Ken do? Thank you. For my baby to go through all of that pain and agony with KC and all of them, for her to come on the other side with no drama and slap you in your face, you did something, Kendu.
Cut it out.
You did something. I'm
Did
sorry.
he? I mean,
Now the rest of them heifers can go to hell. But Mary J, I'm gonna protect. Not y'all ain't gonna talk about Mary J like that.
Mary J also used to.
Oh yeah, Tavia, she got a lot to say. Yo, she said that's the funny part. You don't know your exes. They don't know you. We all change with time. We all learn and grow. Every person you interact with will keep a memory of you that will more than likely be inaccurate in only a few months. Even the chat we're having now will probably become, I don't know about that part. I don't know about the irrelevant. Ain't nothing irrelevant over this motherfucker.
It's not gonna become irrelevant. First, what you showed
You're right, because Tavia about to be on the show. That's why not to be irrelevant.
First, what you showed me, Tavia, in that paragraph is that you ain't got no man. Okay? All you have are memories of him. Secondly,
if this woman, if Tavia beat you up, bro, we are not jumping in it.
J3Z said Mary J do her dance, she be looking tired. Yo, shout out to Chozun checking in on IG.
Hey, I'm serious, boy. Y'all on some hateration and some holleration tonight.
Nigga, she's also an ex-crackhead. So, you know what I mean? She probably did hit that man.
First, it was cocaine.
It was coke. Yeah, it wasn't crack.
Okay, don't you do that.
Come on, don't do that. Don't do that.
Sound like no.
It was coke. Okay,
cocaine. Crack is whack.
Don't do that.
Crack is whack.
But she cracked the cocaine, is what I'm trying to tell you.
You're not gonna talk about my baby.
Yeah.
You're not gonna talk about my baby.
It was cookie. It was snickerdoodle. Okay.
Yo, shout out to Willie White from Where My Dad's At podcast checking in on Facebook. This is the NEMPATHY Show. Right now, we got Doug Bennett in the building. Brian B. Knowing. I go by the name of Sonic Boom. And we got the one and only Jay Julian in here from My Brother's Keeper. Why don't you tell us more about My Brother's Keeper?
My Brother's Keeper is a support group for men. We just focus on the growth and development of men in our community and our culture. And we try to create spaces, so that we can enhance each other. We share perspective. We don't tell a man how to be a man or tell him what's right or wrong, but we share our own stories and our own perspective. And hopefully, we can learn from each other. So we meet on Zoom every Tuesday around 8:30. And we're about to start linking up with a group that does in-person fellowships once a month in the DMV area. So we'll be doing that too.
Go face-to-face. Yo, it's good that you have the Zoom meeting and you can see people live, because some of these other men's groups on Facebook, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. It's more like they trying to date.
They're trying to date.
Yeah, man. I'm talking about, the Caucasian persuasion men's groups be a little different.
Date who is the question?
Man, they be
each other.
Listen, they are well within their rights to express their urges. But it's not the group I wanted to be in.
Y'all see him? He throws the insult out there and then tries to pick it back up. You see him? They're trying to date each other.
They were trying to pick me up.
In there, right?
You know what I'm saying?
That's a different type of support.
Right. That's
what
back came in.
We got back support. We on some
low back support.
Mental health support over here.
Leave my low back alone, big dog. I got it.
Wait, Tavia trying to sabotage. Anyway, yo, social media speaks. Yo, my man said, I need some poom poom. It can stink. I don't even care no more.
God dang.
Hold on, look at the date.
That was
the pandemic hadn't even started yet.
Pandemic.
Oh,
no, it started a few days after that. He ain't even stuck in the house yet.
God dang.
Wow.
What kind of drought are you in?
Hey, he a prophet. He saw it coming.
He probably did.
Wow.
He killed himself now.
Yeah, he saw it coming because he wasn't.
Because he wasn't. There you go.
He saw it coming because he wasn't.
Ooh! There you go, Tavia. Fight back.
Let's go.
Yo, now check this young lady right here. This one had the internet on fire, right? A guy ordering dessert on a date is a red flag for me. That's a female thing to do for real. It's
I like ice cream.
All right, she said it's a red flag for me. If a guy is on a date with a woman, the woman should be the only one asking for appetizers and dessert. Men eat meals. Like, seriously, you can just taste some of whatever I ordered. First of all, that's not how we operate. Secondly, you ain't gonna be doing that shit to me. You know what I mean? And appetizers, I be hungry, man. I can't wait for no damn meal.
Well, a third, if I'm paying part of my $4K a week for you, ho. I should be able to order whatever the hell it is I want.
I was just about to say that, Doug. How you gonna regulate my nigga? This is my pocket. And my stomach, nigga. I'm still hungry.
So no. My question is, are you paying for it? Because if you're paying for it, then you can dictate to me what it is I eat.
No,
but if I'm paying for it, you ain't dictating nothing to me. Just tell me how my dictate later tonight.
Yeah.
Don't ask me no question.
Aggressive, but okay.
Oh man, we gotta stop.
Hold on.
Oh wait, I think she might be agreeing with you on this one. She said, Tavia on Twitch, she said she has the mentality of an actual child. Go tell a wild animal he's not allowed to eat because it's girly.
Tavia's memories doesn't include grammar.
Yeah. Oh, she tried.
Tavia's memories don't include grammar. Oh, it's too
Can't
late
tell a
now.
wild animal he's not allowed to eat because it's girly. Is going to eat you as dessert. She is not ready for a relationship if this is her standard. Yo, she's the type of girl that says she's not hungry, then eats off your plate. Yo, I hate it. Listen, you should be hungry. Should be hungry.
Listen to me. There are three things that I don't tolerate from no woman. A, do not put your feet on me. You will know how serious I am in a relationship with you if I buy you some socks. Number two, do not eat off my plate, especially if we have access to the same damn menu. That shows that you're indecisive and selfish, and you just don't want me to be happy. And number three, this is most importantly, do not talk to me while you're using the bathroom. We have a plethora of other rooms in the house for you to talk to me in. I do not use the bathroom and have a conversation with me, because guess what? I don't do it to you. Treat me how I want to be treated. And if you
that's a boundary.
I tolerate a lot of things.
Now I'm with you on that one. I don't like the bathroom thing. This is
those three things right there: feed on me, eating off my plate, and talking to me while you on the toilet. We breaking up. I don't care who you are.
She said, "Can I text you while I'm in the bathroom?"
You could be Sanaa Lathan, bro, and everybody know how much I love Sanaa. I will break up with her like I was Q leaving USC to go in the draft. All right, I'm dead serious. I will break up with her like love and basketball. I swear to God.
That phone, you need to sanitize that phone, Tavia.
Yeah, did she say text while she
in the bathroom?
What hand you using to wipe with?
Say, what if she gets stuck?
What if I get stuck?
She need help.
That's different.
Then you better. Then one memory you need to store away is how you got up.
Asking men for money and y'all just met ain't weird to y'all?
Finally, we got a woman with some common sense.
It's a man. It's gotta be a man.
Yeah.
Well, who thinks what woman would say that?
Yo, shut up, man.
She said every woman knows it's not all men, but we don't know which men. So we stay wary of all men. It's not rocket science. To that I say, as men, we just gotta let those who live in fear die alone.
I have no rebuttal. I have absolutely no rebuttal. Yeah, I think you're right on ticket with that one, brother. I ain't got nothing to say.
Yo, Shorty said, no soda for me this summer, only drinking water, kids, and liquor.
Yes.
Hot girl summer is upon us.
God damn. God damn. Only drinking water, kids, and liquor?
In that order?
Hey, Brian, let's just skip to the middle. I got water right here. So I got water right here.
That's crazy.
Wait, to lube it up and wash it down.
Yeah. The alcohol kill the germs.
Yo, men, please don't vent to women. They don't care.
I agree.
I can go with that. Yeah,
I can go with that.
Hey, Julian, do you?
Because I ain't gonna lie to you. The first thing in every breakup I've ever had, the first thing they do is use the ammunition they give you right back on you. That's why your mama don't know who your daddy is. Bitch, I told you that in confidence. I told you that in confidence. Well, I'm confident that you not knowing your daddy is why you ain't the man you should be.
Oh,
like,
shit.
I'd have kicked you in the ovaries for using that shit against me.
Point 'em out. Point 'em out.
Jay Julian, do you think that women don't really care what goes on? It don't know. They don't know. It don't show.
Don't sit up here and ask philosophical Rick Ross.
No, I don't think women don't really care. I mean, obviously, some women don't care, right? We don't know which women care.
Yeah, Jay.
Let's go, Jay.
So we say all.
But to her point.
Oh, shut up.
Hear me, black man. Do we not get tired of women venting and not willing to do the work to change the problem? So one can only assume that women will feel the same way, constantly hearing their man complain about something that he can change.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this nigga is the first trans-mental man I've ever met in my life.
Nigga,
This nigga's the first trans-mental man.
Sense.
He's trans-mental, bro. Like,
Nigga,
I swear to God, I've never
I'ma
seen
tell
a
you
dude
what
be
this
able to find a woman's angle in everything.
I'm gonna tell you what it is, Doug.
Oh shit.
This is logic.
And you're using that to a woman?
I'm using it on you because logic tells you to study your opponent. The woman is the opponent. So I'm trying to tell you what I've learned so you can use it against them, black man. But you don't want to hear that. You want to do what you want to do. You want to do what you feel, which is emotional.
Wow.
I know. Don't play that. Don't play that because he don't know. He don't know.
Trust me, Doug. I ain't gonna lie to you, baby. I got you.
Shout out to Watts Comedy checking in on IG.
Hey, shout out to you about the skit that you did about the gas, bro. Because I ain't gonna lie, I feel that same way about these gas prices myself. I swear to God, I know why Jesus walked. I'm serious.
Yo, last one. She said, damn, man ghosted his fiance on their wedding day because she had a bachelorette party and a video was sent to him from her sister of the male stripper having chocolate drip off his private part into her mouth. Do you want me to read that again? She said, the damn man ghosted his fiance on their wedding day because she had a bachelorette party and a video was sent to him from her sister of the male stripper having chocolate drip off his private part into la boca.
All I can say is adios mio. I'm gonna be real with you.
Sister was hating.
How bold are you? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm always on my best behavior when I'm around my significant other's family.
No,
you understand how much
that was her sister. That wasn't his sister.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
Yeah, he was hitting. He wanted to.
Now. Yeah.
Either he's banging the sister or
banging her now.
Or he banging her now. He banging her now. Because she done shown the old. That's the type
insider trading information right here, man.
You be whatever you want to. She's the Martha Stewart of family breakups. That's inside trader information like a motherfucker. Listen to me. I'd have her bake me some brownies and then I'd tear that tail up. She's the type of woman you should be with. She the type of woman you should be with, man. She knows no boundaries. She will sell her family out for you.
Said make some brownies. Look, if she would do something like that to her sister on the wedding day, she'll do whatever you ask her to do.
Sure enough.
Oh, but
so is she a black woman or is his fiance white?
But if you piss her off,
you said do whatever she want.
If you piss her off, what will she do in retaliation?
Oh nah,
you willing to do that?
Nah.
You better not cross her. You better not
You
cross
be a
her.
fool.
Yeah.
Like real talk, knowing like what you said, knowing your enemy, you be a fool as a guy to piss that woman off.
Yeah, nah, you man.
If
just
anybody
just
you
cut
keep on
ties,
your
bro.
side, you keep her on your side. Everybody else can kick rocks. You keep her on your side.
She might not have no friends after that, so
Yeah, that's
a whole different dynamic.
that's a
Hey,
a
hottest
whole
TikTok.
move.
Have y'all seen that TikTok where it say you got a friend? So she don't need you got a friend. That's all she need.
Yo, Tavia said, yeah, she's probably just as willing to screw you over. You don't even have to cross her. It just has to cross her mind, because clearly she has no level of respect for even the closest people in her life. Something happened at the bachelorette party,
right? How did
the
she?
chocolate
How
penis
did she
happen?
or
How
the
did she become
sister,
the villain?
the sister wanted to be the maid of honor and didn't, and
Tavia.
it didn't happen.
Tavia, it's Sunday, baby. Shouldn't you be watching snapped marathons on Lifetime?
No, you should not. You should be right here. Thank you for the views. Thank you for the engagement. You right where you supposed to be, Tavia.
Nah, Tavia, I'm just playing. You got a friend.
Yeah, NEMPATHY Show. Okay, so tonight's main topic: help needed. You know, instead of a help wanted sign, it's a help needed, because you know some people act like they don't want help, but they damn sure need it, man. And I got the homie Jay Julian on right now from My Brother's Keeper, and we're talking about this Michael Beasley interview that happened, right? And my man started breaking down, crying. Basically, he never had no help in his life. All his life he had to fight, right? So I know Jay Julian has more insight about this interview.
Man, that interview was tough. It was definitely a lot of layers to it, and I did feel for Mike, you know, just because you could see the pain from the very beginning of the interview. You know what I'm saying? Before the interview even started, it looked like Ryan Clark had to like prime him for it, like, yo, we cool, you know, it's gonna be good, whatever. And it just shows, like, I think he's a perfect example of a lot of black men who grow up and never really had someone who had their back, never had someone that was invested in them, never had anyone who was going to pour into them. They just kept giving and giving and giving until there's nothing left else to give. And he's tired. He's tired and he's frustrated. He's disappointed in black people and black men. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can't blame him for it. You can't blame him for it. And I think that at this point, you know, I don't know him personally, but someone had kid. He is a DMV representative. I think just at this point, it's time for someone to reach out to him, or people to reach out to him and do the work that he doesn't have the energy to do himself.
Well, one of the things I pulled away from that interview was maybe he feels as though he's asked for help so many times in his life, and I guess he's been burned by so many people close to him in his life that maybe he's afraid to ask for help at this point. I mean, and then to the point where people, even when people offer it, he kind of gets indignant about it. Like,
I mean, he literally said, like, he got to die with some dignity. You know what I'm saying? It might not even be that he's skeptical of the help that's being offered. He might just not want to look like a charity case. Like, right. Now y'all just reaching out now because I'm on here crying and a million people is watching. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to look like a charity case, but I feel like he knows he needs the help. And I think that he might be willing, you know what I'm saying, to build those kind of relationships. But I think that as a man, like, our dignity, our reputation, our name, our pride, our ego, that's That's huge for us.
That's
You know what I'm
everything.
saying? Yeah, it's a lot for a lot of people. So even in your weakest moments, it's very hard to show that like I need this help and I'm willing to accept it. Cause he said, yo, I will die in my house alone. Like
Right.
I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? And I felt that.
Yeah.
So I just think that like my whole passion and purpose is for men like that, because I used to be that. And I want to show people that there's at least one good person in the world that you can count on and you can depend on. Like, I'm going to do that work for you, because if I can help add value to your life, then that's all that matters to me. You know what I'm saying? For others, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a very complex situation, because we as men, we got our own shit too. You know what I'm saying? We got our own shit that we're dealing with. And sometimes you're not in the mental space to be there for another man. You know what I'm saying? So as the man on the other side, you got to be respectful and understanding of that as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine Michael Beasley being in his condition, or anyone in that condition, and someone else in the same condition wants his help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he could be like, nah, like, I'm done with having niggas around me. I'm done with helping niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's the same situation. We don't know where other people are at when we're asking them for help. So we gotta leave room for grace, you know, all across the board.
Yeah. To see a grown man cry in front of men, especially in front of men he doesn't know, that's like that. He's really going through something, because you, like you said, like your name, your pride, your ego, that means everything. I can't break that for nobody. Like that could be a detriment to my health, like looking soft or breaking down and crying. So for him to let that go and like let that emotion go and let that flow, like he really going through something. I think that was a bigger cry for help than what he made it seem.
He made sure to let people know he wasn't soft and that he whooped your ass for talking about him crying.
I'm gonna take it from a different standpoint, because the one thing about that interview that stood out to me is the fact that when he said being black is so fake.
Yeah.
I agree with him. I agree with him 100%. And this is the reason why I agree with him. It's fake from the standpoint of, and he hit the nail right on the head. Perfect example. Look at Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace, Nip. Y'all do realize that Victory Lap was out a whole year before Nipsey Hussle died?
Yep.
And then as soon as Nipsey Hussle gets killed, now Nipsey Hussle is a legend. Think about that. We do not care about our black men, and I'm specifically saying men, until they're dead and gone. Even with Tupac. Tupac is my favorite rapper. I've been with Tupac since Digital Underground. Now all of a sudden people love Tupac. All of a sudden now Tupac the greatest. Tupac this, Tupac that. Same thing with Martin Luther King. Haven't you ever noticed that black men especially, I have to say this about black men. D.L. Hughley brought this up. Shout out to one of my favorite comedians. Black men are only revered when they're disabled or dead. Muhammad Ali. Everybody love Muhammad Ali now. But when that joker was a brash young man from Louisville, Kentucky, whooping people's asses, talking about no Viet Cong ever called me nigga, you my oppressor when I want freedom, you my oppressor when I want equality, he was on the FBI's most wanted list. I want y'all to think about this. A man who simply said, I don't want to go fight a white man's war, was on the FBI's most wanted list with terrorists and gangsters. And then as soon as his ass got Parkinson's disease, now all of a sudden we got him running in the Olympics. Now all of a sudden he's the man. Same thing with damn Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a rebel rouser, a felon, thrown in jail, all of this stuff. As soon as he died, now we got Martin Luther King Day, and everybody want to have these commercials talking about remember MLK and what he means to you and all this other stuff.
And they retold the story too, because they left all the rebellious shit out.
Yes. I'm sick of this because no one cares about us as black men. I just got to say it. And this is the reason why I love this platform so much. And I do love the Kevin Samuels and the Fresh and Fits. That don't mean they're perfect. I love it because they're finally saying, man, when are we as black men going to be considered anything? When are we going to be our feelings be considered? When is our side of the story going to be told? When are people going to stop just looking at us for what it is we could and should be doing for them? And people are going to start looking at us like, yo, these cats need help too. Think about it, man. Why do you think most men don't want to open up? Because we turn around and get clowned for it. Like I think about Michael. I was talking to somebody but the other day about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was going into the Hall of Fame. Now, I don't know what anybody else thinks of the Hall of Fame, but the Hall of Fame to me is more important than a championship because you got people on rosters who never played that get championship rings. When you go into the Hall of Fame, that means the story of that sport cannot be told without mentioning you.
Right.
That is monumental. And Michael Jordan sat up there and cried and was a meme for 3 years.
He's still a meme.
He's still a meme.
Still a meme. Will Smith, I want y'all to think about this. With all of the women out there who say black men ain't shit, that has been a narrative for 50 years. Will Smith, one of the biggest movie stars of all time. I don't know a woman that would not give it up to Will Smith if he asked. Let's be for real. Will Smith has never cheated on his wife. Will Smith has never had any extramarital affairs or any kids that come out of wedlock. He is a good father. He is a provider for his kids, and he is one of the best actors ever, black, white, indifferent. This man had his woman look in front of him in his face and say that you still weren't enough. So I went out and had sex with a dude who's old enough to be our son. And Will was hurt in that shit. Hurt. And he became a meme. Like, come on. But as soon as a woman, especially a woman in our community, cries about her emotions and her issues, everybody runs to her defense. They galvanize around her. But what about us? Who's there to protect us? Who's there to look out for us? That's the reason why I'm so pro-man. I don't hate women. I'm just very much pro-man and very pro-black man at that, because everybody is telling our story except us. Think about that. Everybody has a narrative about black men except black men.
Now, how much of this, the pain he's experiencing, how much of it can be attributed to him not knowing who he is as a person? Right. I say that to say, like, sometimes with athletes, when they retire, all they ever have been is that athlete, or, you know, that professional athlete, that celebrity. And when they retire, they don't really know who they are.
Can I answer that? Can I speak to that? And because I know I got long-winded, but these subjects really touch me, because you have to understand, women appreciate you for what you do. Mm-hmm. Men appreciate you for who you are. The problem in the black community is, for whatever reason, men have been erased from our community. So our identity is locked inside our fathers. If you look biblically, because nobody loves the Lord the way black people love the Lord. So let's go biblically. If you look at everybody in the Bible, they always say a father begat a son. Am I correct? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because your identity is tied in your dad. Like, even when it came to Jesus, he was tied. He said, you will sit on the throne of your father, David, even though Mary was his biological mother. The problem in the black community is, our identities are tied in our fathers. But since our fathers have been removed, we don't know who we are outside of what it is we do. And when it comes to what it is you do, that's how women equate you. Because the first thing a woman will say is, like, think about this. Why do you think Janet Jackson came out with that song, What Have You Done For Me Lately? That speaks to a bigger thing. When Chris Rock said it himself, only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. Men are loved under the condition you provide something. That's the reason why Mike was so heartbroken, because he's like, as long as I was providing them with something, they loved me. Once that provision stopped, it was like I was by myself. And that's go ahead.
Even his mother stole from him.
Yes. And that's the thing that gets me, is that we in the black community, especially with our black men, we do not have an identity because our fathers are the ones who gives us our identities. And since for whatever reason they have been separated from the family, you have a bunch of black men who are out there constantly trying to prove their worth through their actions.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as those actions change, alter, or altogether stop, then all of a sudden we're not of any use anymore. And that's the heartbreaking part about it. That's the reason why if you find a lot of athletes and a lot of people prominent, they don't know what to do with themselves because they don't have a true identity or know who they are. They really don't.
Jay, do you think any of this could be him coming to grips with his own mortality? Like, my body can't do what my mind is telling it to do?
I don't think that's the case because he can still ball.
That's what he was saying.
Yes, he can.
So why isn't he in the league?
But I think his issue, because I was talking to somebody else about this, his issue is very similar to J.R. Smith's issue.
He
had a powerful interview too. Excuse me,
J.R.
Smith had a powerful interview too.
It was a good interview as well. And it all comes down to I'm not the type of nigga that they want in the league.
Yes.
So they gonna reward the people who represent what they want to represent, and they're going to punish those of us who don't fit into that mode, that they go against the grain. They're gonna speak their mind. They're gonna exactly. It's the same thing. So his beef, from what I understood or from what I grasped from it, was like, I can ball, and not only can I ball, but I can outball a lot of these other niggas that y'all, claim to be superstars. And now my time is almost up, but it's not up. So while I'm still able to ball, like, let me ball, because I want a chance to show people what I can actually do. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what hurts him more than, it's time to give it up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not time to give it up. They're forcing him to give it up. And that's a total different.
They're taking it away.
Exactly.
Yes.
They giveth and taketh away.
And I spent so much of my life building this.
His
entire life.
My identity is wrapped up in this. And you brought me here to take it from me and never give me the full opportunity to do what it is that I can do.
And it's funny what Jay said about them taking it away, or them focusing on somebody, or focusing on the people that they want to promote. It reminds me of this, and this is when what Jay said really became real to me. Remember the Super Bowl with Seattle and New England? You're not going to make me believe for one iota of a second that you really thought the Russell Wilson should have made that play instead of giving it to Marshawn Lynch. But the reason why they did, and this is the reason why I really realized that sports is not a meritocracy. That shit is on the take too. You're not going to sit here and tell me New England could have stopped beast mode 4 times in a row.
No. And they were inside the 5, right?
They were inside the 1.
Oh, yeah.
Beast mode would have went over that. He would have went over that line of scrimmage, holding his nuts backwards.
And see, the thing about it was, you got to understand this. Look his stats up. He had already had over 100 yards. And if I'm not mistaken, he had already scored once.
He did.
And on that drive alone, he had 2 or 3 pivotal plays that got them down in that position. That was the same year that he said, I'm here just so I don't get fined. If he had scored that touchdown, there's no way they would have not been able to give him Super Bowl MVP.
Exactly.
Right.
And they did not want to do that. They were in hopes that Russell Wilson made that throw because he's more of the image that they wanted to have as Super Bowl MVP instead of Marshawn Lynch.
You know, I've never said that out loud, and I felt the same way, Doug.
Yeah, and as a franchise, you know what I mean? Because we can let go of you.
After that, because remember, after that, they started to gear the team towards Russell Wilson. Anybody who knew Seattle's run of dominance knew it was predicated off of 2 things: running and defense. Russell Wilson had absolutely nothing to do with it. You could have put any top 15 quarterback behind that offensive line and with that defense, and they all would have went to the Super Bowl. So they were trying. So that's the reason why what Jay said made so much sense, because they were trying to gear it towards who they wanted to gear it towards. And ever since they done that, Seattle has fallen off the map. And now you done traded that dude away to Denver. Come on, somebody.
You know, I met this guy from Seattle last week, and you know he's a big Seattle fan, and we had the discussion about that, white guy, and you know that's not one of the reasons why, you know, he gave for why that could have happened. I left it to him to tell me why do you think they didn't give it to Marshawn? You know, first thing he wants to say is, well, if you look at the statistics, that play has been run X amount of times this season and it's been successful. This percentage of, you know what I mean? I'm like,
that's not what I asked you.
Thank you.
You know,
bro, you have Hall of Famers tweeting at that very moment, like, what the Emmitt Smith said, you give that ball to Marshawn Lynch. If there are 4 downs, you give it to him 5 times.
Oh, didn't he try to say Malcolm Butler was lined up out of position, right?
I mean, maybe.
I'm like, yo, so if he was lined up out of position, then that means Russell should have seen that shit pre-snap, right?
Like, to me, that's another reason why I even said that. Even with him, it's like, if he was the quarterback that people said he should have been, he should have audibled out of that.
He should have audibled anyway.
But
Russell made the throw. The receiver did not make the catch. He put the ball where it was supposed to be.
That throw
the ball's supposed to have been in Marshawn's hands.
That throw should not have been made. But Brian, I get you, but there is no way you can look into this camera and tell me that throw should have been made.
In comparison to Marshawn running the ball, no, absolutely.
Thank you.
Because that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Russell did what he was supposed to do. The receiver just didn't catch the ball.
No.
That should have never happened.
As a quarterback, like, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to Jay and what he said, it's the same thing with Allen Iverson. Remember when Allen Iverson had his last interview with John Thompson, he said, yo, I can still play. If you're going to beat me for the spot. But don't just give it away. Don't just take it away from me because y'all feel that I'm no longer useful. So that's the reason why what Jay said made so much sense to me, because it's like, yo, just because I'm not of use anymore, that's the reason why you're going to take away this game from me
but
that I've given my life to.
Not only that, because they're always of use. Like, I listen to a lot of I Am Athlete and The Pivot, right? And they talk about the power that the veterans have in the locker room. So when the young guys come in, they look up to you Allen Iverson, you Mike Beasley, you J.R. Smith.
I can't believe I'm on the team with these. Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So who I'm gonna listen to? This young coach that I don't know. He never even balled. You know what I'm saying? Or Allen Iverson.
Remember, it was the same thing in Carolina.
There's no comparison. Yeah,
it was the same thing in Carolina. Remember when they wanted to give the team to Cam? Who they ship out? Steve Smith. Send his ass straight to Baltimore. And that's what it boils down to. That's what it boils down to. Brian, I got your alibi because I hear the cops in the background. I got your alibi. Okay. You was with me. You was with me. I got you.
Yeah, so
I was killing that alpaca.
Now, one thing that Michael Beasley said is, does he have to have an downward spiral as public as someone like Delonte West in order to get help? Or, is that something that someone who calls themselves your friend, should they see this in you? That's crazy, because I don't know, because he seemed like he's not very receptive to help. If you give it to him,
I think that's unfair to make that type of assessment, Boone, because this is my thing. We live in an era where we're quicker to be offended than we are to understand. And even when it comes to Delonte West, you're not going to sit here and tell me, as far as this brother has spiraled, isn't Delonte another DMV kid?
Yep.
As far as this cat has spiraled out of control, like there was a point in time where this dude was literally and truly shirtless walking on 495. There ain't no goddamn sidewalks on 495. And you're trying to tell me from St. Joe's to Dallas to Boston to Cleveland to all these places, none of you cats noticed he was a little off? None of y'all?
Yeah, they noticed when he was having sex with LeBron's mom. That's why they got that nigga out of it.
I was trying my hardest to circumvent that.
That's off. That's off right there. Why would you do that? Y'all lost the championship because of that, and you got fired.
So I'm just saying, man, I honestly believe what Michael Beasley said is so true. I believe, man, being black right about now, bro, is one of the most fabricated and fictitious things out there, because we only care when it's convenient. We only care when it's convenient.
I can't say that, because we got my brother's keeper. Bro. Yeah,
No.
It's starting slow.
No. Hear what Jay said. We gotta change that. The only reason why we gotta change that is because it is. The only reason we gotta change that is because it is. We were a powerful nation at one time in America. We all looked out for each other. Now we don't give a damn about each other no more on a grand scale. And it's sad, bro. It's sad, because the same people who sit up here preaching pro-black this and pro-black that and pro-black this and pro-black that, man, where is that?
Hey, they didn't know the enemy. Like we talk about knowing the enemy earlier. Like,
yeah,
you gotta know the enemy. You gotta be steps ahead. And
the enemy,
right? The enemy is somebody who put their feet on me, eat off my plate, and talk to me while they're in the bathroom. I just think, man, and I've said this once and I will say it again. Being a black man is the most challenging and difficult thing I know to be in America. I don't think anybody can factually, not off what they feel, because I can base what it is I just said off of pure, hardcore, historical facts. There is nothing more challenging than being a black man in America. And anybody who want to come at me with it, please. But understand this. Make sure you got facts. I don't want to hear what I feel or it seems to me. Tell me factual stuff that will refute what it is I'm saying. Because I'm telling you right now, being a black man in America, there ain't nothing more challenging than that, bro. We have no refuge outside of our homes, and we damn sure ain't got no refuge in them. None. People fear us in the community, and people vilify us outside of people fear us outside of our community, and we get vilified inside of our own community.
That's a tough convo, man.
It is. It is, because some of this is our doing.
Oh, I'm not debating that. I'm not going to debate that with you at all. But the one thing I will say is this. What I will say is this. Whose narrative have we been listening to about who we are? You can use that as a rhetorical question, or you can respond. But black men have never had any outlets where we've been able to control our narrative. LeBron
Hip-hop.
is the closest thing to a black person to ever control a narrative.
Hip hop got co-opted.
It got co-opted
early,
but we had the power to paint our own narrative,
and we sold it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Thank you.
But you think about it, it was always on a label or something like that. So they always had the control to distribute.
No.
Before it got all jokes aside.
Look at Roger Lynn.
If you wasn't in New York, the only way you heard of it is because some white guy paid for it to be heard.
Look at some of those some of those record labels' names before you got the Sony and got the Def Jam. Some of them joints, man, you know they was black labels. Cold Crush, like listen to some of those names, bro.
That's local.
Before they, yes, we sold hip hop, and that's the reason why hip hop is where it is now. The last piece of ownership we ever had of our genre died in the 90s. It really and truly died in the 90s.
It was gone before that.
I concede to that. But the last remnant of it, let's say, was the 90s. That was the last remnant of it. Once the 2000s came, that shit was dead.
Really became a commodity at that point.
Man, please.
Yo, Jay Julian, thank you for coming through, brother. Yo, so if there was someone, if you were to give advice to someone who's a friend of someone who's like Mike Beasley, who doesn't think that anyone cares, what would you tell him?
I mean, honestly, you can only control what you can control, right? I think what they did on the show, was a start. Just reaching out, letting them know, hey, open arms, we here. If you need us, if you ready, if you willing, if you're able, whatever. These are our intentions. You know what I mean? And give him the freedom to choose to be in your space, to allow you to be in their life. You can't force it. There's nothing you can do when someone's in that space other than give them, that lifeline. And it's their job to choose that lifeline. And that's the only advice I would give, because we gotta manage our own mental health. You know what I'm saying? Like you can chase somebody, you know what I'm saying, and try to save them to your own detriment. And I wouldn't give that type of advice to anybody. If you feel like it's a burden for you to do that, then I respect that. If you know, like, yo, I'm willing to die in order to save this person, I respect that. But I would never advise someone to take that path. But at the end of the day, being a good person, be consistent, bro. Like, people are watching you at all times. So even though they may not respond to you the way that you wanted them to respond to you, or they may not have received your words or your offer or your proposal the way that you expected, like, they're still watching your character. They're watching your habits. They're watching how you move. And you continue to be a genuine dope ass person, and they'll reach out to you. Because that's one of our biggest things. You know what I'm saying? We've been talking about this. Like, it's hard for us to open up to people because it's a bunch of people willing to take advantage of us, even other men, even other men in mental health spaces, other men in religious spaces. Like, we've been in all of these places where the very men who were supposed to look out for us or empower us tried to. Exactly. So at this age, it's very hard to, we not for the smoke and mirrors, you know what I'm saying? Like, we not willing to lose our dignity once again, you know what I'm saying? And I respect that. I understand that. So for everybody who knows a friend or may even be in that position, like, pay attention to who you are surrounded with. Like, even if you're not in that position, I always tell people to watch people's character. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's have some conversations about how you think and how you move that don't have anything to do with me, and I'll tell you who you are as a person. And that's not a judgment, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're in a good space or not, you are your first security measures for your own mental health, for your own heart, for your own, well-being. So you always got to be looking out for yourself. But if you're that person who wants to be the lifeline, you got to be very careful about what you say. You know what I'm saying? Like we get caught up in a lot of these social media conversations, and we don't realize that the people that are willing to reach out to us are watching us speak about these topics, and you can say something that really pushes them away. You know what I mean? So you got to be on point at all times. But hey, you can control what you can control, and you can just control yourself. So that's my advice.
Great advice, man. Yo, now Doug's perspective. Right here on the NEMPATHY Show. The big three up in Boston, right? They had a contentious relationship, right? Ray Allen, you got Paul Pierce, and it was Kevin Garnett, correct? And recently, I guess they pieced it up.
Hey, Lord, it's good to see you here, baby. You next, Lord.
What you got to say about that, Doug?
Who cares? Listen, man. First, I can understand why KG was as upset as he was. We came here together with a mission, and that was to win multiple championships. We only won one, and you ended up leaving me for the girl who broke my heart. Yeah, his name may be Ray Allen, but I'm going to go back to one of my favorite Allens. No, not Marcus from the Raiders, but Allen Payne, G-Money. What we needed to say to KG was, you didn't put this shit together by yourself. You forgot about me, man. Your brother. Am I my brother's keeper? Obviously not until just a few moments ago. Because what you did do was keep them from winning another title, Ray Allen, by leaving to go to Miami and hitting one of the most famous. And the funny thing about it was, if Kevin Garnett was actually looking out, he would see that Ray Allen was actually paying homage to them in the 2013 championship. Why? Because Ray Allen went from being a part of the big three to hitting one of the biggest threes in NBA history. So what I say is, KG, you are always going to be honored as a member of the big three. But if Ray Allen had left earlier, he may have 3 rings instead of hitting a big 3 to get his second. So let's not stifle the brother for wanting to be great. What I say is, you may need to leave earlier next time yourself. Because had you left Minnesota maybe 3 years earlier, you'd have 3 championships. Instead of getting mad at Ray for hitting a 3 to get his 2. But if you want, you can add your ring to his and get 3 again. Food for thought. Scrape the plate.
Doug Bennett, tell them where you at.
Yo, man, I'm on Twitch Monday through Friday from 9:30 p.m. I'm taking a little break right now because I'm actually doing a little mini tour comedy and whatnot. But I'll be back on Twitch on a regular starting next week. Yeah, starting next week. I dip and dab on Twitch every now and then during the week. I got to go out of town for South Carolina Friday. I'll be back on Sunday night, back with my fellas here on NEMPATHY. And then Monday back on the radio show. So I've been on spotty every now and then, but just check me out. I'll be on Twitch back on the regular once this perspective tour, mini tour I got going is done.
On tour out here.
Yeah,
that's
man.
What's good. Yeah, Jay Julian, thank you for coming through. My brother's keeper, serial screenings. You viewed it right now. Tell them where they can find you.
All right, you can find me on Instagram at justjjulian and on Facebook as jjulian. Also, serial screenings on Instagram and Facebook, and NBK Tribe on Instagram and Facebook.
I know. Yo, you can follow me at Brian B. Knowing all social media platforms. You see it in the corner.
Sonic Boom at Sonic Boom TV. Follow me. Follow us on Instagram at NEMPATHY Show and all social media platforms. NEMPATHYShow.com. No, peace.